Good afternoon. I'm Molly Delaney, Executive Director of the Champaign-Urbana Schools Foundation. Thank you for joining us for our 2016 I.D.E.A grant announcement. Since 1990, CU Schools Foundation has accepted applications from educators in the Champaign and Urbana public schools and awarded more than $1,020,000 based on these proposals. We fund a broad spectrum of projects to help children of all ages and all levels of accomplishment. The benefits of these projects continue long after the initial investment. This afternoon, we'll announce projects that were selected for funding in 2 grant categories. All of the grants we're announcing today are called I.D.E.A grants, which stands for Invest, Develop, Elevate, Achieve. The first grant category is competitive grants. These grants are for medium-sized projects of up to $1,000 and are selected based on classroom innovation, creativity, and student ownership of learning. Here to announce our 2016 competitive I.D.E.A grant recipients is Doug Fink. Welcome, Doug.
Thank you, Molly.
Doug represents Kiwanis, an organization that has generously supported our grant programs for many years. So, Doug, I'm going to let you take it away with our competitive grants.
Thank you. CUSF is proud to announce the 2016 competitive I.D.E.A grant recipients. They are, number 1, sound production in a recording studio, submitted by Becky Park from Urbana High School. Through this project, students will learn how to record and mix sounds to create a cohesive soundtrack. They'll gain work experience in the fields of music and film. Number 2, Breakout the Learning, submitted by Heidi Berkey from Jefferson Middle School in Champaign. Students must work collaboratively to solve puzzles and open the locks of a breakout box. Heidi's project provides an opportunity for students to apply math, science, technology, and research skills. Once they are comfortable with how the breakout boxes work, Heidi's students will create challenges for their fellow classmates. Number 3, fostering language development in multicultural and multilingual early childhood classrooms, submitted by Francina Wright and Londa Neely from Urbana Early Childhood School. This project fosters storytelling through the use of bilingual books, props, music, and other literacy materials. Number 4, Advanced Printmaking Masterclass, submitted by Stacy Gross from Centennial High School in Champaign. Through this project, AP Art students will have the opportunity to work with University of Illinois Art and Design faculty at the Noble Ink Laboratory. These students will learn a variety of printmaking techniques, including relief printing, monoprinting, etching, and letterpress. This partnership could open the door for other teachers to create similar master classes on a range of topics. Number 5, using the arts to enhance science, literacy, engagement in the first grade, submitted by Lisa Ferguson and Cara Morizi from King Elementary in Urbana. Their goal is to enhance science and literacy instruction through the arts. Their project combines inquiry, active exploration, performance, reading, science, experimentation, dance, music, and writing. Number 6, Retro Literary Arts Magazine, submitted by Jenna Garber and Melissa Fries from Edison Middle School in Champaign. This grant covers printing costs for a student-run publication. Through this project, students develop layout and design skills, make editorial decisions, and determine publication costs. It encourages students to think creatively as well as critically. Number 7, Digitally Handcrafted, submitted by Jill Lagerstem at Urbana High School. Jill's students will learn how artists are using technology like 3D printing in their work. They will be introduced to the maker industry and given a choice of products to design. Each student will have a specific amount to spend, and they must design and print within that budget. Number 8, Real World 101, submitted by Kristen Macklin and Renee Westfield from Bottenfield Elementary in Champaign. Real World 101 will expose 5th grade students to a variety of employment choices with varying levels of advancement. They will participate in a real-world simulation in which they will translate their school performance into real-world situations with situations with highs and lows. They will assess and reassess their behavior, academic performance, attendance, and work ethic to get job promotions and increase their salary. B's, what's all the buzz about? Submitted by Ashley Cunningham and Carla Schroeder
Imagine that.
from Wiley Elementary in Urbana. Through this grant, first graders will follow an exploratory project from farm to table. They will develop important skills such as formulating questions, testing hypotheses, collecting and representing data. Number 10, Granite Field Trip, submitted by Christy Mrozik and Catherine Vanadagam from Franklin Middle School in Champaign. This grant promotes cultural awareness by having all 7th grade students attend a performance of Step Up Africa at Krannert Center. Number 11, Crazy Traits, submitted by Beth Walthauser and Jacob Ramsey from Urbana Middle School. Through a series of games and activities, students learn that the traits people and animals inherit from their parents are based on chance. They create a crazy creature, test it in a game of adaptation survivor, and then engineer possible solutions. Number 12, Send Books Home with Our Students, submitted by Olga Halpern and Carolina Saliza from International Prep Academy in Champaign. This project expands their classroom library to include more quality, authentic books that are written in Spanish. Students will be responsible for taking books home, reading them, sharing them with their family, and returning them to school. Number 13, Helping Early Learners Develop Storytelling Skills and Creativity, submitted by Heidi Meissner and Nilda Smith from Urbana Early Childhood School. This project is designed to encourage creative thinking with the use of multicultural and open-ended props. As students interact with familiar texts and associated props, they will build pre-writing and literacy skills. Congratulations to the authors of our winning competitive grant proposals.
And congratulations to you, Doug, for making it through all 13 of those descriptions.
It's my pleasure.
Well, thank you very much for being here,
Certainly.
and thank you to Kiwanis for your support over the years.
It's certainly our pleasure, too.
While we're at it, we should also thank the CUSF donors who've provided tremendous support for us in our grant programs over the years. And you may wonder, you heard Doug announce a grant, and the bee had nothing to do with the grant. Right. We have a bee buzzing through the studio today. It happens to be, our friend the bee happens to be here to remind us that the 5th annual CUSF Adult Team Spelling Bee is coming up on Friday, October 21st. Rather than listen to us, we'll let Illini basketball coach John Gross tell you more. Coach Gross, are you ready to take the Spelling Bee Challenge?
Absolutely. Now buzz off.
We are 5th graders at Southside School, and we challenge you, Coach Gross, to spell the word dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron? No problem. Dodecahedron. D-O-D-E-C-A-H-E-D-R-O-N. Dodecahedron.
We
challenge you to register a team for the CU Schools Foundation Adult Spelling Bee.
Before we move on to our next grant category, we have a special I.D.E.A grant announcement. Let me explain. A portion of the funds available for I.D.E.A grants are restricted for certain purposes. This year, Carol Dyson Archer established a grant fund to honor her mother, Margaret Dyson. For more than 30 years, Mrs. Dyson taught students with learning disabilities in Champaign Unit 4 schools. This year, we're pleased to award grants to A.J. Scarlett from Centennial High School and Therese Fairfield from Carrie Busey Elementary in honor of Margaret Dyson. AJ's project, titled Ever Found Our Sense of Reading, engages reluctant readers in literacy activities that build their confidence. Teresa's project, titled Social Skills Express, encourages special education students to learn social skills through online lessons. Next on the agenda, we'll announce our 2016 Compact I.D.E.A grant recipients. Compact grants are for small projects of up to $250 and are randomly drawn. To help us with the random drawing are Urbana School Board President John Dimmitt.
Hello.
Hello. And Champaign School Board President Chris Kloppel.
Hello.
Welcome, gentlemen. So this part of the party today, our grant announcement, is really fun that it's live because this is a random drawing. So the grant announcement we just made, the folks that were receiving those grants actually knew ahead of time, and we announced them to the public today. But the folks who are listening now will have no idea as we pull, right? So this is kind of like an exciting game show, and we're gonna start it off with Superintendent. I'm sorry.
With
School Board with President Dimmitt. So go
All
ahead,
right.
sir.
We'll reach in and grab the first one. And the first one is from Unit 4, Centennial, Susan Aldridge, English teacher, $250. Students will make masks that they will wear when they recreate Greek theater based on fables and mythology.
Thank you very much.
Am I free to go?
You are free to go, Mr. Kloppel. President Kloppel.
Stir the bowl here. From Urbana, King Elementary, Tiffany Husingay, apologies, for $200. First graders will have comfortable seating with bean bags and rockers to sit in while reading for extended periods.
Thank you.
All right. And from Champaign, Actions with Brandy Boyd as the Restore teacher, $250. The money for this grant will be used to support team building and community service activities for students.
And I see a pattern developing here, gentlemen.
We'll
So
let's
we'll
keep it
see
going.
if it
Let's keep it
continues.
going. I broke it. From Champaign, Centennial, Jory Grande, English teacher, $250. Classroom sets of 2 novels will be purchased for freshmen and sophomore English students to increase reading engagement.
Thank you.
Who says we can't cooperate across Wright Street, huh? So let's see here. From Champaign, a district-wide grant for Elizabeth McDonald, who is the band and strings teacher, $250 for string and band instruments that are badly in need of repair, and they'll be usable by students to make music again.
Champaign, Centennial, Lisa Reeks Susek, English teacher, $250. Students will annotate their challenging texts with a supply of Post-it notes to assist them.
Thank you.
Dig down to the bottom here, see if we can find.
Let's get some Urbana.
All right,
There we go.
Urbana for Wiley School. Bradley Benner, the PE teacher, $241.04. This is an exact budget here. Pedometers will be bought to help students track physical activity and achieve their fitness goals.
Okay, so gentlemen, let's just pause for 1 minute while I get some approval to continue, because as you know, when we run out of money, we have to pause the drawing announcement. Oh, and here comes the bee. I think we should all welcome the bee. Hello, bee.
Hello, B.
Hello, B.
Good to see you again.
So happy to see everyone here.
Very good. Well, thank you for joining us this afternoon. One more?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll draw one more, and then we'll take a break for just a minute.
Okay. From Urbana, Urbana Middle School. I'm lucking out today. Darian
Curio Sanchez.
Cario Sanchez, dual language teacher, $250. ESL students will be able to do research with a Spanish language version of Scholastics magazine.
Great. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, we're going to take just a break for a minute or two while we check our math. And while we do that, We're going to hear from two of our 2016 collaborative grant recipients. So we had our competitive grants. You gentlemen have been announcing our compact grants, but we also award collaborative grants. And collaborative grants are for large cross-district projects of up to $5,000. They're designed to encourage idea sharing and cooperative planning, and projects must serve both Champaign Unit 4 and Urbana School District 116. On the first day of the 2016-2017 school year, we announced two collaborative grant recipients. Here to tell you about them are teachers Julie Anders from Edison Middle School and Chris Sharrock from Urbana High School.
This is the second year that the Champaign-Urbana Schools Foundation has awarded collaborative grants to teachers in Champaign Unit 4 and Urbana District 116. These grants are meant to foster idea sharing between two teachers and districts to increase the impact on students, and this year the foundation funded two such grants. I am here with one of the recipients of this year's collaborative grants, Julie Anders of Edison Middle School. And Ms. Anders, our first question, your grant is titled Creating Sustainable Nutrition Through Education. Can you tell us a little bit about this project?
Well, we're trying to teach students a little bit about the system that allows us to have foods that are healthy, and that system would be healthy plants, healthy soils, and healthy animals.
Right.
So we have a project that already has chickens and a garden area and obviously quite a bit of soil, and so we're trying to put together a project that will allow students to experience what it means to be growing their own food and to do so in a healthy, sustainable way that eventually will feed them.
Right. And one last thing, what do you want the community to know about this project? The viewers at home, what do they need to know?
Well, I think that the kids can learn from an early stage things that our society at large is going to be grasping and grappling with, just to get our minds wrapped around how we create enough food for people in a burgeoning population that we're looking at in the future. And I think if we can teach kids how to do this, they can probably bring their own families into it and the community, because we're living in times where we need to kind of change how we do things. Doing this within the schools, I think, can let the community know that this is really something important in our world, and I think we will be able to bring them into the experience too if they see the kids get excited about it, and it can just be something that we all embrace.
Yep. And then those kids, when they grow up, they can pass the lessons along and, and keep the train moving.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, well, congratulations on the grant.
Thank you.
I'm here with one of the recipients of this year's collaborative grants, Chris Sharrock of Urbana High School. Your grant is titled Career Realism. Can you tell us a little bit about this project?
Yes, I can. Urbana is collaborating with Central and Centennial career and technical education teachers and students to explore different career areas of interest for the students and what needs are need to be met in our community. We're going to be, the students will originally begin their career exploration with a program called Career Cruising, and we will look at what their interests are, and then we will put together a full day schedule of the students actually going out into businesses and exploring their different career areas of interest. And Parkland College is going to be part of that collaboration in hosting us for lunch, and we have Piatto to Go who will be supplying lunch and sharing information about the entrepreneurship, the marketing, and the culinary skills in order to own a food truck business.
Right. How will this project impact your students?
Well, we're hoping that by the impact that they'll be able to, by being able to see what it is that, what that career entails, we're hoping that they'll be able to learn more detailed information about that, and as well as what types of programming and training they need beyond high school to actually make those careers happen.
Right. And finally, is there anything you want the community to know about the project?
That we're excited to have the collaboration time. We're excited to have Parkland on board to help support this program and show not only providing the facility, but also show what their curriculum options are, so that kids do understand that there is a place for them to go and start learning about these particular careers.
All right, well, thanks, and congratulations on the grant.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
So it was great to hear from Julie and from Chris about their collaborative grants, and we look forward to watching them unfold as the year goes on. We left off with our compact grants just a few minutes ago, and we're going to pick it back up. We have at least 10 more grants to go, and we're going to start again with you, President Demmett.
All right. Let's reach down in there. And so from Champaign, from Central High School, Caitlin Haynes, family and consumer science teacher, $250 for nutrition and culinary arts students at Central will be able to explore multiple sectors of the food industry by creating recipes and designing a cookbook.
Excellent, thank you.
Try to grab an Urbana one for you.
There you go.
Alas, I was unable. Unit 4, Centennial, Lindsay Aikman, English teacher, $250. This grant will broaden the reading choices for students in freshman English to include books that represent the LGBTQ community.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
Let's go Urbana.
From Champaign, Bottenfield, Hannah Reside, librarian, $243.28, another exact budget. This grant will pay for bilingual dictionaries for 12 different languages for both students learning English and those who want to learn another language.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Unit 4, Bottenfield, Amber Owens, music teacher, $240. Beginning band and string students will get to experience a performance of black violin at Krannert Center for the Performing Arts.
Thank you. You know, John, you might want to just pause for a minute and let the bee come in and like blow over the bowl.
Maybe that'll
Hover
work,
over the
huh?
bowl
Maybe
to give Urbana some luck here.
All right, let's see what
Urbana
happens.
Juju.
All right, very good. Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Make sure you
pollinator.
get that team for the spelling bee lined up.
Did it work?
Champaign, Kenwood, Heather Brown, interventionist, $250 for phonic kits will be used to target specific literary skills for struggling readers. Literacy.
Thank you.
Said literary.
All right, I'm pulling for you, Urbana. I really am.
Well, you are a grad.
Ah, there we go. I did it. District 116, Urbana Middle School, Christopher Moeller, math teacher, $250. Middle school students will construct and launch rockets, fun, then gather scientific data associated with the launch.
Very nice.
Cool.
Great project.
Let's see if we. I'm going to get yelled at by my teachers if I don't do better here. Champaign Stratton, Carmen Morales Schmeiser, ESL teacher, $200. English language learners will be able to spend extra time learning English at home with audio and read-along books.
This worked last time.
Yeah, try it again.
Unit 4, Westview, Emily Curlin, ESL teacher, $200. Students will be able to interact in a more relaxed environment with new educational floor coverings.
Really mix them up. And I pulled two. From Champaign, Stratton, Rhonda Young, classroom teacher, $250. Early childhood students will have access to read-along books in a variety of languages spoken by all the Stratton students to encourage English language learning.
Thank you.
Two more? All right. Come on, Urbana. District 116, King.
Yay.
Hope Morrison, librarian, $246.25. Award-winning books for a 4th and 5th grade reading incentive program will be purchased for the King Elementary Library.
Thank you.
And one more?
One more, John.
All right. And I know we're going to have extras because they've been under 25.
There it is.
Champaign, Franklin, Danielle Gray, counselor, $250. Middle school students will learn to decrease anxiety and stress through yoga and other mindfulness activities.
Wonderful. So I have to thank you gentlemen both for being here this afternoon. And John, you were a particularly good sport. I know you have a competitive
I think
streak,
we've got
so this was
enough. I
hard
think
for you.
we've got enough money for one more. I've been counting.
Sure.
One more?
You say go?
Let's do it.
One
Okay,
more.
all right.
One more.
We're
I
authorized.
had the Urbana hand,
Yeah, let's
so.
go ahead. Yeah, I've been very good.
Unit 4, actions. Michelle Brown, Restore Teacher, $250. Supplies will be purchased to foster a love of art through a variety of music, dance, and drama activities.
Thank you.
All right.
So that wraps it up for the compact grant drawing this afternoon. Again, thanks to the two of you for being here. And the consolation is, John, that this goes to students in our community, and we know we support education broadly.
Wright Street is invisible.
That's right, exactly.
Thanks.
So thanks to all of you for joining us for this broadcast this afternoon, and congratulations to all our 2016 I.D.E.A grant recipients. And thank you to Jason Liggett, who is today behind the scenes with us, and his team from Urbana Public Television. Let's all give them a round of applause with our live studio audience. Thanks again to Presidents Dimmitt and Kloppel. Also thanks to our lovely bee, Deborah Katz-Downey, who is also a CUSF board member, to CUS staffers Pat Dessen and Roxanne Bossenbrook, our board chair, Pius Weibel, to Superintendent Owen, both school districts, our two communication specialists, Joanne Geigner from Urbana School District and Stephanie Stewart from Champaign Unit 4, and all of the members of the CUSF I.D.E.A Grant Selection Committee. We'll leave you this afternoon. Thank you for joining us.